I'm Todd Lewis from Fiasco Sports, reporting for the SA Football Magazine. Today I'm joined by David White from the Mawson Lakes Football Club in Division 6, and he's going to do our weekly roundup. So we'll just go through the results from the weekend. Brahama Lodge got a huge win over Adelaide Lutheran by 73 points. Actually, that's 83 points, even bigger. So Fitzroy also defeated Houghton Districts by 46 points. West Croydon had a big win over Mitchell Park by 15 goals. Woodville South defeated Ingle Farm by 6 goals. And unfortunately, Mawson Lakes went down to Trinity Old Scholars by 43 points. Obviously a disappointing result.
Yeah, disappointing result from us. We went in full of confidence, but probably there was a few little periods in the game that cost us, in particular the end of the third quarter. We'd got our way back to drawing level, and they kicked 3 goals in time on period, and then one straight after the break, and that was pretty much it. Yeah.
How did you see the game play out for yourself? What do you think you need to work on this week?
I was reasonably happy with most of the first quarter. We had a little bit of a break at quarter time. Second quarter wasn't so good. We had a bit of a flat spot, and third quarter was pretty good except for the last 5 minutes. So it's a matter of maintaining our consistency, which has probably been a problem for us even last year, going back that far, but certainly this year, just maintaining consistency from quarter to quarter.
Despite the result, I'm sure there were some positive performances on the day from some players.
Actually there was probably more negatives than positives, unfortunately, but
Yeah.
a few good things. Jake Tonkin come back into the side last week, and he's got through another game, so that's a positive for us. We recruited him at the start of the year, but been plagued by injury, so he's got a couple of games under his belt, which is good. Nathan McCammon and the Rucks continuing his good form, and Dan Phillips up forward's been good for us too over the last 3 or 4 weeks. So as a group, probably a little bit inconsistent, but those guys have been doing a good job for us over the last couple of weeks.
Okay, well, we'll just move on to next week's games, if I can just get a tip from you on each game. So we've got Brahama Lodge taking on West Croydon.
Yeah, that should be a good game. West Croydon, I find it hard at this point to see anybody getting too close to them, although Trinity did last week. But I would have to go with West Croydon if you were looking for a margin. Probably not doing the job quite as well as they were early in the year, but probably be 5 goals thereabouts.
Okay, Woodville South take on Adelaide Lutheran.
Again, Woodville South seem to be right up there, don't they, and going quite well. Adelaide Lutheran had a good patch after a slow start. I'd probably go Woody South again around the 5-6 goal mark.
Yep. Ingle Farm take on Fitzroy at Roe Park.
Yeah, Fitzroy had a good win. We played them last week and had a reasonably comfortable victory against them, but they had a good win yesterday. Is that Ingle Farm?
Yeah.
Doing quite well as well. So I would expect them to win. The margin, look, I'm being a bit consistent here, around the 6 goal mark. It's hard to tell. It's been quite up and down season right through the grade. So don't like to say anybody's going to get beaten by too much.
Okay, and Trinity Old Scholars take on Houghton District.
Well, Houghton beat us, Trinity beat us, but on yesterday's form I'd have to go with Trinity, and the previous week they drew with West Croydon, so obviously they're coming into a bit of a form again after a slow start. So Trinity perhaps around the 5 goal mark.
Okay, and you head out to Mitchell Park Oval this week. Mitchell Park obviously coming up a division this year. That'll be an interesting battle. You'd be hoping to get the win?
Yeah, I'd be hoping to. We did beat them in the first round. Of course, that's seems a long time ago now. They probably have been a little bit slow themselves in the first half of the year. Down at Mitchell Park, I've never been down that way myself, so I believe they play a lot better on their home deck. So hoping to come away with a win. I'm not going to predict the margin. I'll just be glad to get the points.
Having not been down to Mitchell Park before, how do you prepare for something like that?
Yeah, I guess to just ask around. Not even sure too many of the guys that are playing have been down there, but I'll certainly ask around and see if there's any little tricks to the oval and see what we can come up. But to me, it doesn't matter greatly. We just got to get out and get our game going and then go from there, I guess.
Okay, thank you, David. I'm Todd Lewis from Fiasco Sports, reporting for the SA Football Magazine. I've been joined by David White, the senior coach of the Mawson Lakes Football Club in Division 6, and he's done our weekly roundup.